Greetings, Game Master Player with another Dungeon Master vlog. Now, I've talked to my players who've since played a game since last vlog. We played a game, and the game was good. I had some good feedback, made some changes in how things are done. I talked to my players that were there about it. It was a small group this time, but I talked to my players about things and told them I wanted to focus more on the actual game play stuff as opposed to focus on like story and things like that. And I've got some handouts I got to work on, and I've decided as of right now, since I'm working on the handouts and everything else, I'm either going to provide everything for either for you guys available, or I'm going to put it up on try to get it on the DM's Guild. I'm not sure which yet, but I'm going to work on my story. I'm going to work on my location a little bit, and depending on how much I piece together will depend on how much I can provide for everybody else. So, and that's the goal. I want to be able to provide this information and share the game with everybody. So if you can run it, play it, whatever it might be, I'll give you some insight. And also down the road, as everyone's been watching this and learning from my thought processes and such, hopefully you can see if I'd like to have you guys see some sort of finished product or project or whatever it might be. And I think what I'll probably end up doing is when I do get it all put together nice and such, I might I'm likely going to give it away to my subscribers, and then maybe see if I can get a few bucks for it on the DM's Guild or something like that. I don't know. It's maybe a pay what you want process. Again, it's one of those things. It's something new I'm working on, not new idea I'm working on, as opposed to don't get me wrong. As a dungeon master, I love getting freebies and things like that, stuff that helps me, and I'm split between charging for my effort or just giving away because that's kind of what I would look for myself. And I don't know, maybe leave some comments below and tell me what would be a good approach. It should be something that I should just give away for free and help the community out, or should I try to get something for my efforts? Should I charge for it? Of course, if I charge for it, then I have to assemble everything, get artwork, and all that other stuff that goes with it. So, it turns into another conundrum or another piece of the puzzle. So I don't know. It's something I've been beating around in my brain, trying to figure out which would be a good way to go. So I don't know. We'll see. But I'm working on getting handouts for all of the magic items I created. My players were very happy to have me create unique items as opposed to just having cookie cutters, a +1 sword. And it's been very, very good because of that. And people have been very happy with things that are unique. So, because it breathes more life into the game than if things that aren't unique, right? So, and I want to keep things decently unique. And because it is fun. It is a lot more fun when you can say, the GM or the Game Master, the Dungeon Master, whoever it might be, made this for us, for our setting, for our game. He or she didn't just pluck it out of a book and say, that's kind of a good idea, I'll use that. Or, whatever it might be. And that's something now I have plucked a few things out of books, and they haven't been major items. They've been kind of minor stuff here and there. And like the first round, I actually plucked out of books, and I thought about it. I'm like, I'm going to go find some pictures for some items, and I'm going to put stats to it. I'm going to use that instead, because that's a lot more fun. Isn't it? I think it's a lot more fun. But, we'll see. We shall see. But, this video is going to be, I don't know if this video is going to be short this time. I might edit and add another piece onto it after the fact, because it's going to be about 5 minutes at this point. I don't have a whole lot to discuss right now, only because I'm still working on. I played with a short group. They learned some more information, and I'll probably, after I get some handouts created, I'll read them to the camera. I'll read them, read some of it, some excerpts, and kind of give an idea of where the story's going that way. Because right now I don't have a lot still. I'm still focusing on getting the group into a different mindset where I can run a game a little bit differently, providing them with trying to focus on more fun. We had a discussion about some of the characters. I had asked some questions and see if people want to make some changes and all. So far, everyone's been pretty good, and I had a smaller group, so I'm showing them how their characters' knowledge and experience reflect in what happens in game. As an example, there were some arcane devices that were found with some rooms and things like that, and the wizard was having some trouble deciphering a few things. The rogue was taking a look at it, and I said, what this looks like is it looks like a trap. It looks like, and I explained how in the trap this piece fits in. It's like it's a dart, whether it's a poison dart or this kind, but the rest of the mechanism, is one thing, and this is the other piece. Just by the way things mathematically line up and mechanically line up, as opposed to, magically line up. And the cleric, who is Life Domain, was looking at the design and architecture of the device itself, and it represents the look of it fits more in how death is painted. So it could be necromantic, but I'm just saying it represents more death than life in its look, and it doesn't look like knowledge. It's just the construction and the design. So he was able to bring that to the table, that hey, this focuses more on death. And so they are able to piece things together because I have a Life Domain cleric, because I have a rogue that is familiar with traps and has a merchant background. And so I can bring all of this to the table and use their backgrounds and experiences and their characters and what their characters can do, and I could build this into part of the story, and I'm doing that right now. I'm focusing on that. So, and it's going to be one of those things that, like, as an example, ultimately in the story, like the wizard, and I think I've said this before, he's got a soldier background, and when he was in the wizard guild, was training to be a wizard, the head wizard, the master, had him do a lot of physical things because he knew he could. He didn't test him on a lot of the mental stuff. He didn't test him because he knew he had magical capability, but he forced him to do more of the physical over and over and over again. And he doesn't know why. I'm like, well, first, you're a soldier, you're disciplined, you do it anyway, you do what you're told. And that's important. And that was part of the process, is because he knew again, it was a test of, his background and stuff. And his soldier background has helped him in a lot of ways. But a soldier background is also part of the story. Since he was a soldier, and he was like this, the head wizard made him feel like he was beneath him because he was a soldier, when in all reality, he was afraid that this player character would find out too much of what the background is, and the fact that, again, the head wizard himself happens to be the character's father, so which he doesn't know. But if he had access to documents and records and things like that, he may piece it together, and he doesn't want that to happen because he knows this guy. He knows the character's smart. He knows the character has the ability to be a wizard, so he's trying to, again, it's mental games, playing challenges. So we'll see how this plays out later. It's going to be interesting. We're going to see what's going to happen with all this. So hopefully I can get the players to kind of play into the background a little bit more and such like that. But right now I have an NPC that's a major play for the other player characters, where this wizard happens to be the parental figure for two of my player characters at this point. And we'll see what happens. We really will. We'll see what happens. Hopefully they will take it well, because they don't know that they're siblings. Half siblings, but they're siblings nevertheless. So, and it's because one player didn't know about things, and people haven't pieced together that the main wizard happens to be an enchanter, and he can alter memories. He can make himself look different. He does have illusionary magic, so he can literally look like somebody else, like the other character's father. And because there's more to it. The head wizard knows that his bloodline is important, and because he's his bloodline's from one of the founding members of their guild, and that ties into the story. So what he does is he's been spreading the seed as much as he can, because it's going to come to a point where they don't know who they're going to be able to rely upon to succeed in the task. So he's been stacking the deck is the best way to put it. He's been going around and creating offspring so the bloodline can last, because other bloodlines have died out, or have mostly died out. And so, like 2-player characters, which are Outlanders, their bloodlines died out here, but luckily they had offspring that left and now have come back. They say you could call it destiny, whatever, but and that's the thing, is that he was afraid that the bloodlines are starting to die out here, so he's focusing on doing the best he can to keep the bloodlines going. So for his bloodline going. So for the good of the people. It's a crazy way to do it, but it is a way to do it. But it's just kind of funny because I get to use that angle. It'll be good. So, but otherwise, I don't have a lot to talk about right now, even though I spent an extra 5 minutes talking about that story arc. So I stretched a little bit. But next time, hopefully, it will be a little bit more story involved, because I'll work on the handouts this weekend a little bit. I'll do some writing, get some stuff typed up, and we'll see what happens. Hopefully, it'll be good stuff. So thank everyone for watching my video, and as always and forever, I hope you all enjoy what you're watching. And if you have any questions, please put them in the comments below. If you have any suggestions, story suggestions, or questions on the story, please ask me in the comments below, or hit me up on Twitter, whatever it might be, and I will get them answered. I have to be careful on some of it, of course, because certain social media is being monitored by certain members of the group. So, I'll see what I can do. But no, really though, it's if you've got questions about the story, if you have questions on Game Master questions, whatever it might be, please let me know, and I'll answer as many as I can. And if you think I should do a general GM vlog on how to run a game, what to do, whatever, you can do that as well, or ask a question direct like that. That's fine too. So I will see you all next week. If not sooner, I might do an extra one after the game, after my next game, or after I make a major breakthrough in the story. I might put up a vlog about it. So we'll see. I don't know yet. No, I need to get this out more. I need to get this applied so everyone can be on the same page and know where I'm going with the game, right? So thank you, and I will see you in the next video.